Well, it's a beautiful Sunday. You're here with Keep It 100 podcast, your all new podcast interview show. This is JR. We want to welcome anybody new starting out with us. We're going to bring in Monica today, Monica Franco. She's also, oh my God, we got so many people going want to watch this one. Let me add her to the show right away. Okay. Guys for joining. I'm gonna wave. Monica will be with us in just a minute. This is gonna be a hot show. Okay, really good friend of mine, Monica Franco. There
Hello,
she is.
hello.
Hey, how you doing, sweetheart?
Hey, I'm sorry, I'm having a little trouble getting connecting here. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's all good. Let me do one quick thing. I'm gonna do a little talk real quick, inviting everybody in, let them know who you are. Monica Franco of Monica Franco Productions, my good friend,
Yeah,
my beautiful friend. My God, you're
thank you.
gorgeous.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna flirt with you on live camera, okay? Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. For anyone out there watching this show right now, I just want to let you guys know, Monica and I met down in Plata, Carmen, Mexico. We used to sit in this little room in timeshare, vacation ownership, and we'd have these conversations. And we all had these big dreams of what we were going to do and what we were going to be. But we were already living in paradise in Plata, Carmen, Mexico, so we were already living the life, you know. So we work, get off. We get work about 8 o'clock in the morning. We get off work roughly sometime, depending on if you sold or not.
Yeah.
We get off work about 1:30, 2 o'clock. Sometimes I got off at 12 because I would get my tour early, and I would take my tour, sell it, and then go to the beach and party and have fun because you're in the Caribbean of Mexico. But let me welcome you to the show, Monica Franco of Monica Franco Productions. She's a singer, songwriter, entertainer, best known for the work that she does on the sax. I mean, she's the most attractive female sax player I've ever met. I bow down to you, girl.
What's your...
So, Monica, starting out, because me and my big mouth, I said enough. It's all about you, and this is your show, and I'm going to shut up after this. We're going to start out with, give us some of your old projects, how you got started. When did you realize that you had the light, or when did God shine the light on you that you had this talent or craft? So how'd you get started, and talk about your older projects.
Okay, well, we'll have a beginning, right? So uh, I
And
start.
by the way, your English is perfect.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
It's not good, but thank you. I'll try my best.
You are wonderful.
So I started playing piano when I was little. At home, I heard my family singing and playing, so I started playing piano since I was a little kid. But then I started liking, and I wanted so much saxophone. I think my mom had the guilt in that because when she was pregnant of me, she used to listen to Kenny G and a lot of saxophone music and that.
Kenny G.
Yeah. So
Okay.
she had a little guilty in that I like.
Okay.
So when I bought my first saxophone, and I was 24 years old, so I started a little late the saxophone. And remember, we were in Playa del Carmen, and that's where I decided to start my music career, to dedicate my life to music. And I started playing over there. I don't know if you remember all
Oh,
the
yes, I
places
do.
that I started. Yeah. And that was like a little school of life for me, because
For
you
all
learn.
of us. For all of us.
Yeah, of course, I learned a lot of that in that time by playing in restaurants and bars and hotels and all the Riviera Maya. And that's where it's the real beginning, when people start listening to me and they start liking me. And then I came back to Mexico City, and I was a lot of artists that call me to
Oh,
they ask.
Monica, I got to tell you, we got a lot of people joining right now. I was trying to tell my business partner, Terrell McBee, who my business partner, my nephew. He's done a great job. I just want to throw that jab in there. But you got a lot of viewers, so just be yourself, okay? Which you always are.
Okay, thank you so much. Hello to everyone. This is Monica Franco, first of all. I appreciate you are watching this. Thank you. And that's where it started. I came back to Mexico City, and then I start getting all these calls from artists that they want me to play with them. So I started to know the big stages and a lot of. I get to, like I say, to second grade of school. So yeah, I started working in my own project and learning a lot from different artists. And at that time, it was really crazy. It was really, I appreciate that time. It was
Right.
difficult, but always the beginning is very difficult. You just have to decide what you want to do.
That's true. That is so true.
Yeah.
So, let me ask you this question: when, as a kid growing up, when did you? I mean, really, just go think back for a little bit. When did you? Were you? Because I know, like, I played basketball, and I was really good at it, and I, could have done a lot of things with it. But I always knew I had that gift. I could jump higher than everyone else. I could dunk on guys. I was a freshman starter on the varsity team. For you, when did that happen for you that you knew you had, God shined that light on you and you had that special talent? What age exactly?
I don't know. When I was little, I started playing piano, and every time I see a piano, I just went to the piano and played.
Oh, so
And
you knew.
I,
Your soul knew.
I didn't know. I didn't knew that I was going to get that far in the music. Right. I was just playing because I like it. It
Right.
makes me feel special when I play music. So I didn't know I was going to get that far. And
Okay.
when I was in school, I have this friend that I met on a mall back in Mexico City. I haven't heard about her since it was maybe middle school. And she told me, "Oh, I remember you scratch all my notebooks with your sign, and you told me you should keep that because one day you're, one day it will be, it
You'll
will
be
have."
famous.
Yeah. So when I was little, I like to play like that in school.
I love it. I love it. Tell me about your family, brothers, sisters, mom, dad. How did you grow up?
I'm the third of five. My
Why? I didn't know you had that many. Okay.
Yeah, I have two older brothers, Jorge and Raul. They are married and
Okay.
there's these beautiful wives, and one of them just gave me the beautiful my first and beautiful niece.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, and
Wonderful.
then I have a little brother, Sebastian, and my little sister Mariana. And my mom is Monica, and my dad is Jorge, and we are like a wolf pack. We're always together, and we always stay together.
I
And
noticed.
yeah, my brothers are like my best friends always. Like we are very.
Awesome. Now you have a sister that I think I met. She's in Vegas. Or
She was
was
great. Yeah, now she's in Mexico back.
Oh, she can't. Well, you know what? I got a feeling that you guys are going to all come back together, and that's what's happening with this time that we're in right now. A lot
Yeah,
of people don't realize that what's going on in the world, that we were all called to be back and with our family members and reflect, and also for growth to create something right now.
yeah,
Would you believe that? You believe that question? I mean, what I just said.
yeah. I have that feeling too that the families are getting together, and mine is getting together as well. Like
As we talk, yeah,
yeah,
definitely. So, what are some of the current projects that you're working on that are? Because I've been watching you. You know, I follow you. You
yeah,
know, I follow you a lot, and I've always had this highly respect for you because you're just. We used to sit and have some conversations. I mean, that were amazing all the time.
yeah,
And you had such a beautiful soul, and I would always look at you and watch you and want to help you with the sales part of it. And you never really asked for much, and you were the same with everybody. And we worked with some people that weren't so nice.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah. That was a really good time. I mean,
and we
that
and
that team
we
was amazing.
yeah. So what are some current projects? Oh, let me stop that for a second. If someone's trying to look up your music right now and they're watching us and they're like, well, I see this girl on the phone, or I see her on my screen, and who's JR talking about? This is a friend of his. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She ain't nobody. She's not famous. Where can we find your music? What website? What are you working on right now? What's current?
So you can find me on Facebook as Monica Franco Productions. As well, they have I have to say a very special greeting. Send it to my club of director club of fans back in Peru. I have one special greeting to Lizzie Castillo. She's
Wow.
with the club of fan club with the fan club. So
I love Peruvians.
yeah, they are so sweet.
But,
They have
yes.
a big heart. And you can also find me on Monica Franco fans. And you can also find me here on Facebook, Monica Franco underscore music, sorry. And on YouTube, you can also find me as Monica Franco Productions or Monica Franco Sax. I have a lot of material over there. Right now, I realize a duet with Gilberto Gles. I send a special greeting to him.
Oh, great.
Also.
Yeah, give shout outs. Give shout outs to all the people that you're working with.
Yeah, and he's awesome. He's a famous in Mexico, and he can do a lot of voices of different artists. So he's awesome.
Really?
Yeah, he's really good. And I record this duet with him, and it has been really, really amazingly. In a few days, I have like almost 8,000 views, something like that.
Wow.
So it has worked, that duet, and it's like
Wow.
you can find it on YouTube as "No sueltes mi mano más," that it means don't let my hand go anymore.
That's the song. Is that the song that I know I posted some stuff with you, but that's that duet, right?
Yeah, that's a duet.
That is so beautiful.
Thank you so
it was just your voice is like an angel. I was like, the more I hear you sing different songs, because I didn't know you were a singer. I just remembered you as the sax player, and then as I followed you, I kept seeing you post up where you were singing. I was like, all this time this girl could sing like that, and I was sitting next to her.
Oh, I think. Oh yeah, you're back. Yeah. Well, I was a little shy when I started playing saxophone, and as well I was a little shy as start singing, but it's like you are discovering yourself and you find things that you didn't know you can do it, and you start liking it and you start working on it, and the special thing and the important thing is that you do it from your heart or it won't work.
Got it. Guaranteed. So,
and now also I'm working in a project. I have this friend, he's Goyo from Jordan, Amman. He's in Jordan, Amman. And
Jordan, I know I have Jordan friends. Okay.
Yeah, so amazing.
They're beautiful people.
Yeah,
they are beautiful people when you get to know them. They're very beautiful people.
He's from Venezuela originally, but he lives over there. So, and we start talking about when this coronavirus thing it was starting, and we haven't gone to our homes yet. And we start talking and thinking, would you realize what it would be to be at home and you cannot go out? So we start talking about that, and we start thinking about this project that we call Todos, unidos con un abrazo para la humanidad, that it means all united with a hug for humanity.
Oh, love
it. We start talking with a lot of artists, different artists, actors, actresses, singers, musicians, every type of artist, every kind of artist. So, and we start getting it together and uploading videos, so people at home can be a little entertaining and not feeling that sad and not feeling that worry. We wanted to take a piece of us to all the people that always have supported us in our art and everything. And this project starts going really big. It goes around the world. People from all around the world start sending us videos, and we start putting it together. And that's what I was working right now in this time of COVID. And it was really good. Goyo is a how do you say, film director.
Okay. Cool.
And he has these great ideas, and he always
more director, producer.
Yeah, producer, and he has do a lot of films, important films.
Oh wow!
Working with big actors and actresses.
Okay.
And he has these amazing ideas. I start working with him, and he has the biggest heart because he's very humble. He doesn't want any credit. He doesn't want nothing. He just likes to do things for people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome. That is awesome. Anything else?
Right now, well, yeah, keeping the music, keeping composing new songs, and And well, that's what I'm doing right now.
I'm going to do something a little bit different. And again, with you on the show right now, just I want to thank you. You have made the 25th interview.
Thank you.
Okay, that's that quarter mark. You are our 25th interview. I'm thankful for you giving me this time to interview you. Everything lines up 11/11. I even have the tattoo of it. But more importantly, Monica, can you do me a favor? You know, I was going to have you play the sax and all that kind of stuff. But can you give me some notes for me? Because I don't think people realize how beautiful your voice is. And if I have people on right now, right in the beginning of the show, if they could hear your voice, they're going to tell other people to listen to you right now and buy your records.
Sure. Yeah.
Whatever you want to play, hon. It's up to you.
So, what do you want? A song in Spanish or in English?
How about both?
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
Sure. So I can play for you a little of both.
Okay. Whatever you want. It's your show.
For you. I'm the same as everyone, but I feel so different lately. It's so hard to understand what it's normal or sane. How to feel do you get? It's always all about you, baby. I won't go playing with you. You for sure are gonna lose. So where the love, all the values buried and lost. Tell me what's inside of your thoughts. Do you know what's right or what's wrong? Oh no, illusion of love. Everybody's hiding their heart. Pretend to love and just say goodbye. And so there's no you and I.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. If I would clap, but I got my phone in my hand. I haven't got me a stand yet. Our show, my nephew and our show is very laid back, chilled. Normally a glass of wine, but I'm on this drinking all water and lemons and stuff right now. I'm cleaning myself completely out. But girl, beautiful, like an angel. So
thank you so much.
So you're gonna. That was both in one.
Well, that was English.
No, teasing. Now can I have something in Spanish?
Yeah, of course, sure.
Because you know, I speak a little bit of Spanish. My daughter speaks Spanish, you know, and then I got a lot of Spanish friends.
Sure. Okay, this is a ballad.
Okay.
Okay. Cierra tus ojos y olvídate de que esto terminó. Toma mi mano y siénteme como voy muriendo. Ya no hay vuelta atrás. No quisiste escucharme. Mi amor, te imploro, no me sueltes, por favor. Y ahora ya es muy tarde. Dame un último beso. No me llores, por favor. Abrázame, detén el tiempo, amor. Más difícil que esto, no me alcanza la razón. Arráncame del pecho el corazón. Llévate mi dolor.
God. I just gotta say something right now. There's someone that's, I think it's Lockin or Talkin something, says they're your their number one fan, or as far as their number one fan for you. No, I am. I am the number one fan for Monica,
Thanks
so
so
you know
much.
that.
Thank you
Tell
so
them
much.
right now.
Yeah. Thank you so
So,
much.
so tell me, Monica. Wow, man, you got a voice on you, girl.
I would like to sing you some more, but right now I'm working with my new material. I'm working
Uh-huh.
new CD that it's gonna be out soon.
Wow.
But it's an album that I'm singing with duets.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's a surprise. So I don't want to
Okay.
spoil the surprises.
Okay, I got you. I got you. Hey, one day, so you're not that far away. I'm in California, Las Vegas, and you're in Texas. One day, I'll have to come out and hang out with you for a moment, and we kind of go back on some stuff. But as this show is growing, my nephew and I, our show is growing. I'm going to meet you on the top, and we'll do some really cool things and stuff like that. But let's talk about some of your future projects that you're gonna be working with, and where do you see yourself in the future?
Well, I'm working now with the duets,
Okay.
and that's what's the future. It's a very important artist, that
Okay.
big artist that are recording my songs.
Oh,
So
wow.
right now, the good thing for me and the blessed that I feel so blessed is that the big artists are liking my songs. Sorry,
Okay.
the songs
Yes.
that I write,
Uh-huh.
and I feel so honored and I feel so blessed that artists like them are believing in me and they want to work with me. So that's what my future is. That album, I have so much faith in that album because it's my music singing
Right.
with all the other artists.
Oh, wow. Wow. So how many, if you were to guesstimate, how many songs have you written that are out, that are actually going to be out there in the next year or two?
Uh, I have not written a lot. I have
Okay.
like maybe 30 songs or
That's a lot.
I have to work a lot.
Hey, uh, the only thing that I wrote is I kind of helped on a book that wasn't even mine, but I didn't even write. I didn't write. I was kind of like the muse to get the person up there and push them up there. And the book is out and is doing very well. And there was a second book that kind of went around, but I can't talk about it right now because it's with lawyers and stuff like that. So it's kind of the same thing you're dealing with. And then there's a third book that I'm thinking about writing about this Corona thing. But then I decided, I'll see what happens. Thank God that this show has taken off. Maybe I don't have to be that guy that opens up what's really going on with the Corona and with the media and how many lies they're telling everybody. So I'll leave that right at that point.
Yeah.
So I was going to ask you another question, and it's going to come back to me in just a second because this is a live show. I don't have a series of questions that I have written down, and I'll never be that guy. One of the big things that my nephew and I want from this show, once the networks buy us out or they work with us and they want to hire us, is we don't want a show where everything is, black and white. Like 3 o'clock, you got to start at 3 o'clock. No, we can start at 3:01. We can start at 3:05. We want to be that kind of show.
Yeah.
Okay. We want you to be. It's because it's uncensored. I can say whatever I want to. You can say whatever I want to. Whatever you want to. I want it to be a show where you feel free, that you're not going to make a mistake and people are not going to like you or whatever. And who cares if they do or don't? So that's why it's important having you as the 25th interview guest today for me on the all new podcast interview show, Keep It 100 podcast with your host, J.R. Robertson and Terrell McBee. And now we have Monica Franco of Monica Franco Productions, one of my close friends, one of my good friends. I would do anything for her. She's just a great person, great soul. I just got her to sing 2 songs. No one else can ever do that. Let me ask you a question, Monica. You've been interviewed by other people, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And let me ask you a question. What do you like as an entertainer? What type of questions do you want to be? Let me backtrack on that. What type of interviewers do you not like as an entertainer? So we can help out the rest of the people that try and get into interviewing guests. Because I've never had an interview show or anything of the sort, but I just understand from the perspective of an artist, whether you're a sports player, a singer, a model, or whomever you are, an entrepreneur, there are certain questions that you don't ask and that you don't poke in. So what type of interviewers don't you like?
That's funny because I was talking with my dad about that I like a lot to compose and to sing and to play saxophone and to be on stage, but I feel like shy on interviews and videos and that. But I like this kind of interviews that you can just like talk to your friend. Like right now I'm talking to you. I don't know who's watching because I'm talking to you. I feel like talking to a friend, and I feel really, really comfortable.
So what you're saying is, I am the best interviewer you've ever had.
Sure, 100%.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
I'm not paying you any money for this, right?
No,
100%. Because I don't have any.
No. Yeah, I like this.
I'm okay.
I like talking to a friend and you feel comfortable and you feel like home. I like that kind of interviews.
That's how you make me feel from the first day I met you. I felt like I was with, I'm gonna put it this way. I was never feeling like you were like my sister or anything because you're hot. But you were like my best friend who I would do anything for, and I would protect you because no matter what, I always had an eye out to make sure that nobody messed with you or that took advantage of you. And if they did, they were going to deal with me without them knowing. They're definitely going to deal with me. And to this day, I still got your back because if anything ever goes down and we're around, I got you. All right?
Yes, I know.
Okay.
I know. You
all right. You know it.
Time. Yeah.
And I will never make you feel uncomfortable or anything like that. We're buddies. But let me ask. Out of the last 4 songs that you wrote,
yes,
which one had the most meaning for you? That actually, brought a tear to your eye, or made you think about a family member, or made you think about a situation kind of like now, where we're all no one knows, we're at an uncertain time. I mean, your music right now is going to make a big difference because the whole world's watching.
The song that has more meaning to me, it's called El Juez. It's like the judge.
Okay.
I got sick. I was in hospital for surgeries, and it was really, really bad.
Wow.
Thank God I'm good now. I'm healthy and everything's back. But I wrote that song talking about that illness, and I was talking about that God is the judge and He has the last word. So that was, till now, it's the song that has more meaning to me, to my life.
Wow. It amazed me that I asked that question and that we're so in alignment with each other that you were right there, And I know when I talked to you and I asked you for this interview, I didn't really get a chance to, because most of the people that I'll put it this way, everyone that I call up and or go on video chat to get on the show, I don't really talk to everybody. I just basically talk to maybe about 3 or 4 minutes. I'll do a live video chat with them. But with you, we didn't really do that. It was just, hey, you know what? Let me send you this information, send that information. And I knew that you would be ready, being the professional that you are. You'd be right on key. You'd be right on, be right on time for the show. I didn't have a doubt at all. So without me rambling on anymore, is there anything else that you'd like to play that's on your heart, music-wise?
Sure, I can play you one more. Sure.
Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
Sé que no te duele nada a ti, que haya decidido no seguir. Sé que tú no pierdes nada aquí, que es tan fácil que termine así. Sé que nunca fui tu prioridad, ni intentaste nunca de avanzar. Un amor que era tan real, que jamás hubiera hecho mal. De esta herida solamente hay sal, de esta herida solamente hay sal. Y aquí estoy yo, recogiendo los pedazos gordos que quedaron de los platos rotos. No tenía culpa mi corazón del castigo de otra relación. sentido llevar el dolor. ¿De qué sirvieron tantas ilusiones, tantos besos de escribir canciones? Y cuando más te amo me abandones, que alma se ha quebrado en fracciones, pero el tiempo no vuelve atrás, de seguir ya no seré capaz. Y aquí estoy yo.
Oh my God. My God. All right, so now I'm gonna turn a little bit, make you blush, okay? But not gonna make you blush too much.
Okay.
Being as attractive as you are, being a performer and entertainer, um, I know it's kind of tough. You're on the road if we're in times right now. You're on the road. You get a lot of. Our world has changed so much now. I'm sure you get a lot of people that try and make advancements on you. How do you protect your heart? I mean, how is it? Because in this day and age, you don't know who wants what, especially when you're up and coming and becoming famous and things of that nature. There's people that are after your money. There are people that are just after take advantage of you. You've got people out there that just don't want to see you do well. They want to pull you down.
Yeah.
How do you protect your shell, your core, and how do you protect your heart?
Well, yeah, I know what you're talking about, and well, you cannot be. I'm the type of person that always expect the good from everybody. So I don't see I don't see the bad in people till I get to that point and I get disappointed and then I put a shield. But I'm not the one that put shields. I like to know people. I expect the best of everyone, and I always wish everyone else to succeed, to have success like me. I put my heart on the music. I work in my music. When I write a song, it's something that I have lived. It's something that it's in my heart. It's something about my life, and it's my way to speak to the world my life, because I'm not a very good talker in public and that thing.
You are. You're
That's
wonderful. Don't even worry. Hey, you speak more than one language. You're doing good.
Thank you. So no, I don't think there is bad in people till I get to that point and they do something bad for me. I just close the door. I don't wish them bad and I don't curse them. I just close the door and continue my way. I don't like to get stuck in the bad things of bad people. So you never learn. It's like you're always the same. It's who you are. You're still a good person and you're still expecting the good. So you cannot change into a bitter person.
Right. I was having this conversation with my interview yesterday, Andy Orbran. You know Andy, right?
I remember Andy.
Yeah. So we were having this conversation yesterday because he's the sales manager for the Mayan mansions, and we're talking about how people hate on us and things of that nature. So, and it's one of those things where you have to protect yourself. And the same with him. I think he's a lot like me. You're a lot like me. We're kindled hearts. We no matter what, we always believe something good's going to happen to us today. I know you're the same way.
Yeah.
Every moment of the day, no matter what's going on, I believe when I jump in the car to go to the store, I believe something good's going to happen. I'm just like that, I believe I'm going to meet someone amazing. I'm going to either see something beautiful. I went jogging up in the mountains yesterday, and I'm running because I think the problem with a lot of people, they don't see the beauty that's out there and things that are right in front of them. And if you're not looking, if you're thinking about something else, if you have that blockage, you need to clean things out. And the reason I'm having this conversation with you is you posted a few things. You do a lot of postings where you write a little title underneath the bottom of it.
Yes.
And one of the things that I noticed about just with me, you, and people that are becoming successful that have never given up is that we always, we write things down. We see life totally different. We see the hummingbirds, when they're right around us, when we're thinking of an ideal and things of that sort, because they have meaning things to them, or the dragonflies, or the birds that are in line. You see those things. You don't miss that kind of stuff. Just recently, because I always ask God for a sign to let me know that I'm on the right path. what signs did you just recently see that let you know that you were on the right path?
Uh, well, right now, my biggest sign is that maybe I didn't get success before because I wasn't playing my music before. And right now I'm playing my music and everything is starting to open the doors. Like I think that's my sign. That's
I
God's.
I knew that. I wanted to tell you that, but you know, sometimes you don't want to say things to friends. Um, you don't, especially on your way up, because you don't know where they are mentally. You know, because you've got unless you got a lot of family around you, which can be good or bad. Either way, because we've seen things, you know, media wise with family members that have family member managers and things of that sort that are too close and you know want to tell you what to do. And then we have the regular people that are all your yes people. As we grow this show, my nephew and I, there are three people that I would love to have around me at all times. Now, it's been one of the hardest things because I had to move back from Jamaica.
Yeah.
I was just in Jamaica. You probably knew that.
Yeah.
And I was helping run a resort and things of that sort. And I was on my way up again. I mean, really going up because I was going to be pushed up. And all the guys there, we were in alliance where we knew that if this guy was going to get if he was going to get a promotion, the other guy was going to replace him, and the next guy was going to replace him. And it was all the top. So I was going to be right where I wanted to be, you know, again. So sometimes, you know, and I'm going to point up there and say, sometimes God pulls the rug from underneath your feet because it's not what you should be doing, and because what your dreams are much bigger. And what I was doing out there was not really what I really want to do in my soul. Just like bringing us back to your music, I wanted to tell you a long time ago, no matter what they say, you should play your music because that's your gift. That's where you're your strongest. When you're playing someone else's music, that's not you.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long did it take you to figure that out?
Maybe like 3 years. I was yeah.
It took you, you know, I'll tell you, how did it make you feel to know that you were right after like that when you first start playing your music? What was the feeling that came over you? Because I'm a music person.
Yeah.
You know, when I hear the right music, I get goosebumps. When I hear the right music, it takes me back to a memory, or it brings me back to a forward to something else. You know, so how did you feel when you start playing your music?
Well, you feel free. It's like you can have success when you dare to be yourself. When you dare to express what you really are, what's really in your heart.
Okay.
So when I started writing my music, I was like shy to showing like because there's my feeling, there's my life reading over
You're
there.
raw.
So it's like it's it's a little hard to show your life reading and your feelings. It's but when you dare to do it, it's amazing. You feel free and you feel proud and you feel the greatest feeling is that people start liking it and you start helping. You start uh, hearing stories like, "Oh, that song means a lot to me. That song,
Right.
I keep it in my heart." And when you start seeing and hearing that your words can do great things in others' hearts, it's amazing.
All right, so I got another question for you because I asked you about how do you protect yourself and things of that sort, and I'm tying all these questions. I'm going to bring them all around. I'm a Gemini, so I can. It's about 11 of us in here, 12, 13 or so. So I can you have 14 different conversations and come back and remember the first question I asked you. So the next question that I have for you, and remember this is not pre-rehearsed, written down. You know how I roll, Monica. Your love life, okay? Are you dating? Are you thinking about dating? You don't have to answer this in full context, but how does a beautiful girl like you that's on her way up, and to me, I think you have always been there, and I said that a while ago. I said your voice finally caught up with your soul.
Yes.
Or no, reverse that. Your soul finally caught up with your voice.
Yes.
That's what I said. I typed to you at one day. So how do you do it? I mean, what are you doing right now? I mean, are you dating? Thinking about dating? You don't have to tell me because this is your personal business.
Well, after I get out of hospital, and that was like facing death in the face, like facing death.
Wow, I
So
didn't know that.
after
Wow,
that, I remember this last surgery. I woke up from from the surgery. I woke up and I have too much pain, and I was thinking about what is gonna be my life now, and I start
right,
better, and I start uh, thinking about the things that really matters in life, right? My family was the only thing that I have in mind. Like I want to spend a lot of time with them. I love spending time with my family.
that's it.
There. So with that feeling, I started thinking about someday. Yeah, I would like to have a family. I would like to have a husband. But right now, I said, okay, I have a rough. I have a rough. How do you say experience in love?
Okay,
And then it ends, and then I got this hospital experience, and then I say, okay, I don't want to be. I don't want to be alone. Maybe, yeah, I would like to have my own family someday. And
yeah,
well, music right now, music never abandoned me. So that's when everything attached. Like I start doing things by myself, for
that's
myself,
it.
my music, and everything is going good. So
Okay,
I think there's a good man out there, and that someday it's gonna be my husband, and someday I
I'm
may
sure.
have
I'm
kids.
sure there's a lot of guys right now that would love to be your husband.
I kind of heard that says I never gonna get married, I never gonna have kids, but right now I see the life's different, so different. When you have that
Okay,
kind of experience, you see
yeah,
life different.
yeah. So let me ask you this question. How did Monica Franco Productions come to be? Because I just remember, Monica's, what was it, Smoky Sax?
Smoky
Remember
sex. I was smoky
that?
sex back then.
Smoky Sax.
Yeah.
I thought that was the sexiest title that you could ever have. And then all of a sudden, you look into your eyes because you got the most beautiful eyes. Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you come close to the camera so people can see your eyes?
Yeah, sure.
She
That's my
she
eye.
has she has the most beautiful eyes
Thank
that
you.
you've ever seen. Those are the eyes of an angel,
Thank you so
guaranteed.
much.
Now, Monica, let's go back. So how did you actually come up with the Monica Franco Productions?
Well, after smoky sex, yeah, but it was a little, it was a little difficult from uh, Spanish talking people. It was a difficult name.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to change to Monica Franco. And then after I started this with Goyo in Jordan, this production of All United with a Hub for Humanity.
Okay.
Then I changed it to Monica Franco Productions because I realized that it's not only music. I can do a lot of things, and I would like to send a kind greeting to these persons that helped me
Okay.
over there. It's Siri and Armando. They helped
Okay.
me in doing some editions of comic people that do stand up comic.
Okay.
They were there helping us, and then I have Manuel Landeta and Marcelia Baten. There are people from the TV that help us in this difficult
Right.
time.
I've seen you in a lot of stuff. I mean, you've been busy, girl. You've had
Yeah,
a really busy year. Hey, you also you played right Puerto Morales or one of those places you did a show with the cats or something like that.
oh yeah, back in Cancun,
No, the
Jenny and
Mexicans. The Mexicans. What's
Yeah,
the name of that?
Jenny and the Mexicats.
Genie and the Mexicans.
Yeah.
That was you. Did you do that? How many years did you do that with them? They're
No,
amazing, by the way. They're amazing.
yeah, they were missing. I was like a special guest in some of their shows.
Okay.
Over there in Cancun and then back in Mexico City.
Wow. Wow. That's awesome. And how did that come to par? How did they ask you to come? I mean, because you're just as they say, a regular person, but all of a sudden you're up on stage with the Mexicans. I mean, Genie and the Mexicans. I mean, how did that happen?
Okay, this is a funny story. You will love this story.
Okay.
So, I'm a person that always say yes, even if I don't know what I'm doing, right? So I met the Jenny and the Mexicans, and Jenny told me, "Oh, you play sax?" And I say, "Yes, I play sax. Would you like to play tomorrow with us this song that I
Tomorrow.
told?" Yeah, it's called Labios. Do you know the song? And I said, "Yes." I didn't know the song. Never played it.
What? What? Wait. You didn't know? You do like me. I would say yes to everything, and people are like, "Why are you always saying yes? You don't even know what I'm gonna say."
Yeah,
But
I
you
know.
said yes, knowing that you didn't know the song.
Yeah, I know. So I
That's my
said,
girl.
"Yes, I will love to play with you." And then they invite me that day to spend the day at the hotel with them. They invite me
Right.
lunch, and we were in the pool. And then I
Right.
get very late at home, and I start listening to the song, and I play the song. And the next day I get to the sound check, right away to the sound check, and okay, 1, 2, 3, and we start playing. I was like, oh, okay, that was perfect. And I was like, just once, can we play it
They
again
said,
or something?
wait. You did the first sound check, and they were like, it's perfect.
Yeah, and they told me, and I asked them, can we do it a little more?
Again.
2, 3? No, that was perfect. That's it. I was like, oh, okay, well, let's see how I do it in the show later.
Hey, I'll tell you something about that because I believe in this, and then I'm gonna have you answer a question. I'm gonna say this one thing. I believe in when you put in all the work, the time will come where you're asked to do something, and people will be like, and you in your head because we're the toughest on ourselves. You'll be like, can I do a second take? Can I do this? And your first take is the best take that it is because
Oh,
that's
yeah, I've
what
been there.
that's where all the energy's at. That's where all the sweat equity is. That's when that magic happens. And a lot of people don't understand about life other than the people that are very, 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 very successful. I call those people, and they're in where you are right now. Those are the people that are in the tall grass. That's not the NBA players. That's not the singers and performers. That's the owners of the stadiums. They're on a whole different level, and they understand how magic happens in the industry, in life, miracles, and call it whatever you want to when you're, whoever you believe in and pray or whatever. But magic happens every day, and we don't pay attention to it. Just like the magic that's happening right now in this conversation.
Yes,
It's a transfer of energy.
yes.
So let me ask this question to you, hon, because I got you for a while here. Oh, wow. You know what? We've already done like 55 minutes. And
That,
you're probably the first show that my mother was hollering at me about being on time because she hates that when people are late. And I was like, Ma, it's just part of it. That's a reality show. So I didn't even answer the rest of that. But I love my mom.
it feels
I'm a
like
mama's
only
boy.
five
I'm
minutes.
still a mama's boy. I got 4 sisters. I'm a mama's boy. Love my mama.
Greetings to mom.
Hey, her name is Rebecca. You want to say hi to her?
Yes,
Rebecca?
sure, Rebecca. It's an honor to say hi to you. Thank you so much for.
and, and can you say hi to my nephew, Terrell McBee? Before you say hi, he is the CEO and founder of Smart Computer Concepts. He actually had opened an office in Los Angeles. Then he opened one in New York. Opened one in Las Vegas last year. He's celebrating the 10th the 1 year anniversary on the 10th of this month. So can you say hi to Terrell McBee?
Terrell McBee? Sure.
Yes, Terrell McBee.
It's a pleasure. I'm very honored to be in this show with your uncle. Thank you so much, and your blessings. This is Monica Franco, your friend from San Antonio, Texas.
There you go. Now, question I have for you before we get too lost in time, and then all of a sudden Instagram is trying to shut us down. I think for some magical reason today, it's Sunday, 11/11, my beautiful days, and I believe Fun Day Sunday starts here. Yes. Usually I would be out somewhere, my hands up, but this Fun Day Sunday, because everything has changed in the world, I am sitting with the most beautiful sax player in the world, Monica Franco of Monica Franco Productions. She's on Keep It 100 podcast. You guys need to follow us. If you're not, definitely make sure and tell your friends, all you guys watching this right now, follow us. I'll get you on the show. You don't have to be famous or anything. I want to tell your story. This month, we're really empowering women. Tomorrow's show, we have a female, our first female rapper. Then my nephew just booked the guy from Dubai. Right now, it's all about Monica Franco. So let me get back and dive deep into some questions with you, hon. If a young girl came up to you after you doing a concert, because I've watched you do some beautiful concerts where you actually had your camera phone showing the live concert. No one ever done that, you know? You're performing in this, they've asked you to perform, and you take your camera phone, you put it live, put it behind you, so everyone can see the concert and not buy tickets.
Different perspective. They can see the show from the stage.
I love it. I love it. So my daughter, who is 7 years old, she speaks about 4 or 5 different languages. She's definitely going to be a rock star. Right now, she does ballet, she does modern dance, she sings different languages. Her Spanish is superb. Her German is superb. If my daughter came up to you and she said, Monica, in your language, Monica, because she can do that.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't know, because whenever she thinks I'm listening to her, she changes the language on me. So I can't understand what she's saying. Yeah. So if she came up to you, if Sophia, my daughter, came up to you, says, Monica, you're a friend of my dad's. I don't want him to know, because I don't want him to pressure me. I want to do something on my own because she's that smart. What would you say to my daughter about coming into the business? What words of advice would you say to her? What kind of advice would you give my daughter? She's a singer, songwriter, just like yourself.
Yeah, I will tell the same thing. I will tell you have to dare to be yourself, and you have to dare to believe in yourself. That's the only way you're gonna find your own path. And being yourself, it's what makes you have the success, because nobody is going to be yourself for you.
Wow.
So and I think she's in the perfect age for the parents to encourage her. Okay. We need our parents when we're little, and we need to hear, you are doing good, you're doing great, you keep going. Even if not, you just say, you're doing great, you keep doing it, because we already know what's wrong in us, and we already know what we have to do better. But we need that thing, we need that person to tell us every time, you have to keep going, and so I think she's in a perfect age for you to tell her every day that she's doing great, and she will realize what she needed more, and she will practice what she needed more.
That's great words of advice, guaranteed. Let me ask another question I have for you, Monica, and I'm going to wait until the ticker comes on to Instagram. It'll tell us how much more time we have, because we're at an hour right now. I usually ask my guests to do a 30-minute or an hour show, and this is a premiere show that we have going on with Monica Franco of Monica Franco Productions. When you have someone that this gifted, from entertainment, singer, songwriter, dancer, musician, how many different instruments do you play?
I play saxophone, guitar, and piano.
Wow.
Maybe I want to do something here before the shows or Instagram get us out, to log out. I want to send a special greeting to Chuy. Chuy is my producer, and he's awesome. He's a guitarist player, and he arranged my songs, and his crazy ideas. He's
like
awesome.
Me? Is he crazy like me?
Good crazy. He's awesome, and he's doing an amazing work, and a lot of things that on my songs it cannot be done if he wasn't here in this project and in my life. Wow. He's a very good friend, and also I get to know him back in Playa, so I'm blessed that I went to Playa.
I know Playa. I think at the time that we all met in Playa, we all were going through something in our life that we needed change. And one of the most interesting things I can say right now. I welcome change at all times. I don't know how you feel about that. How are you as a human being? How are you as a woman? What do you feel about, does change kind of mess you up, or do you welcome change in your life and things like that?
I think I'm used to change. If you're not used to change, you're gonna have a bad time, right?
That's so true. That's so true. Let me ask you another question, Monica. Now that we've kind of got through the most important things, we talked about, your older projects. We talked about your current projects. We've talked about, your future projects and things of that sort. And then we also talked about your love life, which, I don't like to get too deep in that because I'm, like for me, I'm single. I'm not looking. Always got people trying to push on people to me. I don't know about you, but when it comes to just when you got a new project that you're working on, like the music you're working on that right now, that's your baby. I got some words of advice for you, okay?
Sure.
From friend to friend.
Sure.
Because you're a musician. I'm a music person. I would love to be where you are, but I am where I am, and I'm more of the talker. I want to interview some people. I want to move and shake. I'm more VIP. I'm more yacht guy. I can connect stuff, put people together, put music together. I have an ear. I can bring a crowd together. I make the party. I don't go to the party. I make the party. So what I'm saying to you right now, which is really important, this is advice. The next time that you're really thinking about and you're feeling lonely, because everybody has that time in their life, I think of it like this: the next person that makes you feel the way your music does is going to be the person for you. And I said this to someone else recently. Asked me, JR, you work out, you're in shape, you got a great head on your shoulders. And why? And this was a female. It's so funny. She's like, why aren't you dating somebody? And I was like, you know what? And why aren't you married right now? I was like, not to discredit anyone I have ever been with. My beautiful daughter's mother, she's a great person. We're best friends. We help each other mentally, physically, on another level. I want to thank the young lady that I wrote a book with, or that helped me get to that point. And she just wrote a book. That's Kathy Hine. She has a new book out, Rule of Nines. It is amazing. You guys need to go out there and get it. I met her when I was in high school years ago. Beautiful soul, smart lady. She's a registered nurse for the last 19 years. She's also the educator for LA Care. She teaches nurses and how to manage their patients over, like, most of these nurses have like 2,000 patients or more. I want to give a hype on that.
Yeah.
I want to give praise to a lot of people that you always do, but mainly, I think this is the show. I got a minute and 56 remaining. I think you always reach back and you pull other people up, no matter whether you had difficult times with them or you had great times with them. You always speak highly of the people that have been in your life, because you never know where you're going to be at or where they're going to be at.
Yeah.
And no matter what with you, it's so important. I want to thank you for coming in today. And the word of advice that I'm giving to you is, remember this, Monica, the next time you meet a guy and he makes you feel like your music and he brings goosebumps to you, or whoever you meet, just make sure it's like your music, and then you'll know it's certain, right?
Thank you so much. Yeah, sure. Thank you.
I know. Now, before we go out, we got a minute and 9 seconds. Can you give me some vocals? Very short, no guitar, but straight vocals for like 3 seconds, 4 seconds.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
This is another song that. Ya es muy tarde de mi corazón te has ido. Ya es muy tarde lo que intentes, pues ya todo está perdido. Ya es muy tarde para ti, porque después de tu partida ha llegado a mi vida otro amor.
Perfect. I want to thank you, Monica Franco,
Thank you so
Monica
much,
Franco
JR.
Productions, for coming in, joining us at Keep It 100 podcast, the all new podcast interview show. We got about 22 seconds. Anyone you want to say a shout out to, say hello to?
Yes, to Christopher and all the beautiful people in Peru, Pelo de Ambrosio, William Luna, Coyote Country, and Vallenato, Poder Vallenato at Colombia. Thank you, JR.
Okay.
I appreciate this. Blessings to you and your family.
Thank you. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, hon.